Hey there and happy Wednesday. We are celebrating here at my house today, and I told my husband I'm almost sad about what I'm celebrating because I want all the attention to be on him. It's his birthday today and he's a triplet, so over the weekend we were with his sisters and had some fun celebrating with them. And today, with everything going on, I kind of just lost track of like where I was at and my goals and things that I set for my business. But today I reached $700,000 in career sales. It's taken me a turtle's pace to get there, but I couldn't have done it without all of you, my faithful and loyal stamping friends. And I kind of joke that I could have done it by myself, but no, reality is I do not own $700,000 worth of stamps. I hope not anyway. So it's a big day today, and I just want to share that great news with you guys. And orders, like 3 orders came in really quick, and I just need to sit down and let the person that tipped me over that sales threshold, I always think it's kind of fun to have that person get to pick out something to celebrate with me. And in the past I've said, hey, pick out a stamp set, let me know what you want and I'll send it out. And with that, like I never want to say, well, this time I was kind of like, I wasn't really paying that close of attention, but I never want to say, hey, it's coming up, because I want people to order because they want to order and not because there's something like that going on. But sometimes that is kind of fun. So I won't say I won't ever do that, but it was just kind of fun to see orders come in, and it just happened. And but that's because my focus, like I said, hasn't totally been on my sales. And that's what my husband has always said throughout my whole business too, was like, this should be fun, and it shouldn't be like, you know, so stressful about sales and goals and things like that. But you know, you have to have those to keep going too. So kind of a fun thing. Thank you, Julie. Hey there, Tori. Hi, Lisa. I'm just gonna see if my Facebook is caught up with me and my card. If not, let's show you the card though. Okay, because with all the celebrating birthday milestones for my career and all that kind of stuff, I want to show you Kelly Muller's card of the day. So it is Kelly's third and final project, and this layout is similar to yesterday's. Yeah, I have yesterday's too, and so I never want to have cards that look too similar. So if you kind of see the same layout, I didn't want that to happen. So this is what happens with this. So this is today's layout. So it might look similar when I take a picture of the still shot, but when I'm actually making it and when you see it, it's a totally different looking card. So hindsight, if I were to pick, sometimes I come across cards. This one I came across and in a demonstrator group that I'm in, and Deb King, my previous hostess, loves fun folds. So she's out mowing her lawn right now, and she'll have to catch the replay so she can see how to make the fun fold card. This would have been perfect for her party. I didn't, you know, come across it till later. So Kelly gets it for her party, and hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing something fun put together. And it's really pretty simple. I want to kind of do it step by step to help guide you, so that if you do make it, you don't have to think it through. You can just go, okay, this is what Belle said the dimensions were and the measurements, and so that'll help you guys too. Let me, here we go. I think my iPad's caught up. Let me put that down, and then let me get this moved around. And maybe you guys won't have too many questions, but I always like to have my iPad there so that I can catch things in front of me as I'm crafting away. Okay, so here in front of you is the big happy birthday, and I say big because it's from the stamp set Biggest Wish. And there we go. Like, we open the card, it can sit on your desk like so. So how fun is that, that the card can sit like that? And at first I was just thinking the card was like a normal card, like this. And I'm like, well, how do you get it to sit up? It's going to be flat. Then I realized you kind of make a card within a card, and I'll show you how I do that too. But I love how it sits like so well, and how fun is that? So that stamp set is from the annual catalog. Pulling things out of the annual catalog today. On page 63, in the annual catalog, here is the biggest wish. And so lots of big wishes. So you can see birthdays in this big font and in this kind of curvy font, and then same with happy and hello and friends. So all of these things have two different fonts, and they're kind of a really nice size. And then just this little decorative piece here, which you guys know I love those tiny little confetti pieces or dots, or anytime Stampin' Up! Put stars and little pieces like that that I can use for accents. It's always kind of fun too. So that is biggest wish. And then for the inside, not to wreck the surprise what I'm going to do, when I was making out my wish list for the annual catalog and what to get, this was on there, and I couldn't decide between this one and Create with Friends. And so the first one, like I said, is on page 63. Create with Friends is on page 36. So they look similar as far as you have some big words and words that we might use and need a lot, and kind of similar. And so I love them both so much that I got both of them. I'm sure you guys have done something similar and not thought it was crazy at all. So I'll be right there with you. So Create with Friends 36 and Biggest Wish, I think 65, 67. So they're both from the annual catalog. And then the cute paper that I'm using today, this, and then actually I'm going to do a close-up because you hardly see that this is designer series paper. Both of those are coming from, once again, because Kelly is a hostess, and I always feel like, hey, let's pull out something that she could purchase with her host rewards dollars, and that is the Pattern Party designer series paper. Back in the annual catalog, the very back where they list special things that hostesses, or, and I always like to say the or people that place large enough orders, which is $150, which qualifies as its own party, then you can get this for just $18. And it's just this huge paper pack. So from there, this is kind of my fuller stack. And then this is the one. So if I always like to show you my bits and pieces, because then you go, oh yeah, she's used like that for such and such's party and that person's party. And so today, I'm pulling out this fun design and then this one too. So my main colors are going to be Misty Moonlight and Granny Apple Green. So here we have those colors in action together. Hi, Janet. Hi, Julie. Hi, Carol. And so my card base, like I normally start with a card base that is, you know, this size. So we're doing it the long way. 8.5 by 11 cut in half, so 4 1/4 by 11, and then I've scored that. Hey there, Lisa. Hello, hello. And then I'm just going to use my bone folder here to give that a good crease. On today's card, creases are important. And so this is going to be that card base, and let me just set that aside for now. And then my next layer, I'm starting with a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 to show you guys how I cut this down. So normally for like a next 1/4 inch matting nice look, I'll cut it 4 inches. And because this is going to be really long, I usually do, you know, 5 1/4, but we have to kind of double that to make the inside. So to keep that that 1/4 inch pleasing to the eye look, I'm going to cut off a 1/2 inch, which is going to give us a 1/4 inch on both sides. Whoops, I don't think I did. Oh, hold on. I think I only did nope, that is a 1/2 inch. It didn't look very big. That's why I was like, is that a 1/2 inch? Okay, all right. So, and then normally when I do like this green size here, and I'm just doing a mat, or even like this inside piece, that's always cut 4 by 5 1/4. And so instead of cutting it, I'm going to score it at 5 1/4. Okay, so far this measurement here is 4 inches by 10 1/2, scored at 5 1/4, which is in half. And then if we do halvesies with the 5 1/4, it's not 2 1/2 and it's not 2.75. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 5/8, 2 5/8 for all of you people, or that little hashy mark in between 2 1/2 and 2.75. So we have that scored here and here. So 5 1/4, and then here is 2 5/8. Okay, so that's what we have for that. And thanks, Julie. It's an exciting day. Yes. Okay, so this I'm not going to even do any folding yet. I'm just going to start attaching it to my card base, because then I feel like it just comes together and it takes the guesswork out. So let me take my adhesive here. So this is almost the same size as that. Okay, so this is going to lay right on top there where we have that 1/4 inch now all around. And then I'm going to fold this up and then fold it down, and I'm going to get out my bone folder again, because like I said, creasing is really important so that it gives it a good fold, and then that will help the card to stand up. So that's basically how that all comes together, really super quick and easy. And now for these fun pieces that just add some color and brightness, you know, this would be a fun card layout to use for any kind of occasion and season. So think about what are your favorite colors or what occasion. Pick your designer series paper accordingly, or start with designer series paper and go from there too. So this is cut 3.75 by 5. So just kind of cutting down that 1/4 inch level across the board there. And that's going to go on like so. And then this little piece here is cut 3.75, and it's kind of a wonky cut there, probably 2 3/8, just because kind of wanted to, you know, go with that little bit of a matting, like that 1/4 inch matting around there. And when we scored it, it wasn't quite, you know, that 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch, so everything kind of falls along with that, but you can see it's pleasing to the eye and kind of follows that same step increase for the matting across the board. Okay, so we've got that going. There's not much more to the card. You'd look at it and go, okay, that looks like it could take some time, but not too bad. Let me get out my cut and emboss machine, and I'm going to use today the Stitch So Sweetly dies, because like I said, I saw this card and I wish I had her name. Maybe when I post the still shot of the card, I will try and find the name of who I got it from. So the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I love it. Like I've told you a million times, cuts and gives us that little stitched look. So I'm just going to run this through my machine like so, that frame. And it really does a great job. I kind of got out a different one, and then when I looked back at her card, I'm like, that's not what she's using. I like what she used better. And I like how it frames the words that I'm using. So with this, I'm using my Stampin' Mat because it is a photopolymer set. I'm going to get out the big birthday here, and this one is happy. And because these are pretty new to me, of course, I put them on my blocks. The first thing I did was put them on my workstation and literally did that little scrubbing motion like it was an eraser. And that just because it's a larger photopolymer stamp set, it just kind of gets rid of that extra little finish that sometimes comes out of the manufacturing that doesn't let the ink adhere to that surface very well. So just doing that on paper or anything will just get rid of that finish and give you a better stamped image. So I'm going to start with my Night of Navy ink pad. Hey there, Lisa. Hi, Angie. And I'm going to do the big birthday first. I'm just going to ink that up in Night of Navy. And I love working with photopolymer because you can see exactly where you're stamping. And I just wanted that to kind of follow along that framed edge there. Nice and bold birthday. And then next I will pull out my Granny Apple Green ink pad. And then just ink up my happy. Like so, I kind of have it at an angle to fit on my block well, and I'm just going to have that kind of go right over top my birthday. My P's and my Y's overlap, but look at, oh gosh, that's pretty good. I don't think I could have planned that. I was just kind of making sure it fit across the top, but it's almost like all of those loops and sticks fit in between there. So that's kind of fun. Hi, Diane. Thanks for joining in. And I love, love, love these colors together. The Granny Apple Green and Night of Navy really pop well together. Now this is going to go on my card, and I want some of this to kind of go up and over, not just down here, because I think it looks kind of fun up like that. So this corner, I'm just going to line up with that. But before I do that, I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. And I don't want my dimensionals to get up too high, otherwise they'll show, or they'll possibly stick to that. And I don't want that to happen either. Otherwise my card is stuck shut and that won't be a good thing. Let me get all those stickers off, and then I will just line this up like so. There we go. We have that. So there's the happy birthday, kind of has a nice little edge there, and it opens up like so. Now, when I saw her sample, I was like, okay, that's kind of odd. Do you right here? Do you right there? Whatever. And I'm like, no, Belle, you just open it up like a regular card. So I have to decorate that inside accordingly that way. So I'm just getting out a 4 by 5 1/4 sheet for the inside like I normally use. Now this is that fun Celebrate, and same thing, I kind of roughed up those edges or surface. The Celebrate is from the Create with Friends, so 2 different stamp sets. So the stamp set goes together, the inside is from a different stamp set. I'm going to stamp that out in my Night of Navy and put that down. And these little dots, like I talked about, that's from the first stamp set, the happy birthday here. I shouldn't say little dots, or like little X's, or X's, crosses, squares. I'm going to ink that up here with my Granny Apple Green to kind of just continue that color pattern throughout the card. And I just love like those little things. Like I said, I love using those because it just makes the Celebrate look like the Celebrate itself is celebrating. And then that I can just tack down with my seal adhesive here quick. And that can go in the inside of the card for where you would write. Oops. Just as I was putting it down, I felt like it shifted a hair. We'll see. There we go. I thought I'm either going to have it rip, but because it was hardly down and it shifted, it moved right along where it should have been. So that's the inside. And then for my embellishments, I didn't want to do a lot because I started to put some things around here. Kind of got lost in the shuffle with everything. And if I put them up here, I feel like if it's open, then they're up here, or they should be up here if it's closed. And if it's open, then it just kind of was looking goofy. So with the ribbon, I kind of pulled out some of the colors that could work. So let me start with this one. This is that Bumblebee gingham, and that would work with the colors, but I didn't know if the gingham was kind of too busy as well as the busy paper. So it's like, okay, but that could work if you have that. The one that I liked the most, it's retired. So I thought, well, I'll show you guys. But I really liked the darker blue, and this is that denim ribbon, and so that looks really nice with like the, even though it's Misty Moonlight, it looks really nice with that. That's probably my favorite. And then Pool Party is current, so I always like choose something current. So if you need ribbon and want to copy this project, I want you to be able to get your hands on what I'm actually using. So this is the Pool Party sheer ribbon, and I'm just going to tie that around the top like so. And you know me, it's just going to be a tie around the top and a knot. I'm not going to do a bow or anything fancy. So let me put that on here like so, and then I am going to just snip that here like so, and snip that like there. So now it is finished. There we go. Hi, Robin. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I knew you would like this card because we like the same colors, anything with blue, and so then add that pop of green. So that is today's card for Kelly. There we go. So fun fold for you guys. Right. Even though it is Wednesday. I have to remind myself it's Wednesday. It kind of is going to feel like a Friday because I'm not going to check in again with you guys until Monday. I need to get busy and help my college student get things together. I can't believe, to put things into perspective, the day that my husband got sick was the day that he moved our college son home for the summer, and it just seems just bizarre that the whole summer has disappeared, and we will be moving him back this week. And so I need to focus on that and find out where all the stuff went in the meantime that he brought home that needs to go back. So I need to do that, and then I will be back with you guys on Monday. And Monday I will be starting a new, yes, happy Wednesday. I always like have to think, what day is it? And then Monday I will be back creating for you. Oh, actually I won't, because Monday is doctor day for Dwayne. Tuesday I will be back creating. I will open up a new series, a 3-card series, and that virtual hostess will be Deb Warwick. And so Deb's a sweetie. I'm really excited to put some projects together for her, as I am all of you guys. So look for me back on Tuesday, and that will also give me some time to work on catching up making cards to get out in the mail for you guys that have been ordering. So take care, have a good long rest of your weekend, and enjoy that time as well. And I will see you guys back on Tuesday. But just know that if you guys need anything, need any help, have any questions, I'll be checking in a lot, and I'll be at home a lot too. So let me know if you need any help with anything. Thanks. Bye-bye.